I remember I was talking to a girl, and my gosh, do I regret this. I was in her little trap of games. It was almost like a Jigsaw movie. She would be at work, and I would FaceTime her for, I'm not kidding you, 3 fucking hours while she was just typing. And I would just be fiending over having some sort of attention. And other days she wouldn't respond in 4 hours. Other days she would tell me she's talking to this other guy. And other days she would say she wants to come and see me because she's drunk and horny. And it was just a very twisted game. And I used to play games with girls as well. It was just this manipulative, toxic, immature cycle. And so if you're experiencing something like this, I'm here to tell you to stop playing her games. To stop being a puppet to her little manipulative strings of giving you attention and validation and pulling it away. It's so funny because that's our biggest weakness as men, is women weaponizing their beauty and their sexuality against us, because it's so sneaky. Like if a man attacks you, you can defend yourself, you can slip, sorry. But you can't really defend yourself against that unless you are self-aware enough to understand what's happening. And also, unless you're very aware of your own insecurities and you've healed them. Because the reason why you fall into her games is because you don't think enough of yourself. You're pedestalizing her. You're like, there's something she has that I'm not worthy of, so I need to go through this whole labyrinth and play all these games to get the prize. How stupid is that? You, as a man, should be seeked, should be wanted for being you. You shouldn't have to work extra hard or play these little texting games where she doesn't text you back in 3 hours, or she tells you she's gonna go see her guy friend. They're fucking. You as a man should take a very serious boundary and a very serious standard for all women. It's, you're either obsessed with me or I'm not talking to you. And it's something that I started learning, because I promise you that a woman being obsessed with you is what you want. You don't want a woman who's playing games with you and is leading you along and then leaves you astray. You want a woman who can be there when you know nobody else will. You want a woman who you can count on. You want a woman who you can start something with and end something with. And now I've grown. I really have. I understand where I was coming from when I was chasing and playing her games. I was coming from a place of insecurity. To you, who's doing the same thing, I tell you this, you're not actually chasing her, you're chasing what she represents. So for example, if you're chasing a woman because she doesn't like you and she pulls away and then she gives you some attention and then you're in the friend zone, you're chasing validation, because once again, you don't feel enough as a man. And you believe that that woman and her validation, her sex, something, will fill that void somehow, with pleasure, with love, with, I don't know what you're thinking. And so every little piece of validation, every little piece of attention she gives you is hooking you on even more. It's almost like a crack addict. And I'm telling you, it's got to stop. You've got to just cut it loose. Like if you're texting a girl and you clicked on this video and you know who I'm talking about, you do know, bro. Literally cut her off. Say, hey, listen, I don't think we should talk anymore, and just don't ever respond again, because there's a deep fucking dive that you need to do into yourself, and until you do that, don't you dare think of talking to another woman. Quick disclaimer, guys, sorry to interrupt the video. If these topics interest you, if you're looking to grow as a man, if you're looking to ask me more questions, there's a free Discord I made down below called The Expansion. The link is in the bio. I want to see you in there. I want to build a community of men who are looking to expand their awareness, expand their success, expand their relationships, everything. So if that's you, I'll see you inside. And the deep dive that you need to do is, why the fuck do I have no boundaries or respect for myself? Why the fuck am I chasing after this girl who doesn't even like me, who doesn't even respect me, who is keeping me on the back end of a guy who doesn't even talk to her and she's fiending over? She worships him like he's a god and she gets on her knees for him. Why am I going after that woman? Why don't I have enough respect for myself to where a woman would actually want to go for me? And on the flip side, don't fall into this game that you should make women chase you. It should be almost like a magnet, like coming together. But until you are able to be self-aware enough of your own flaws and your insecurities and your triggers, you're gonna keep playing these games. So stop texting her. Just stop it. Cut off all attention, because it's like the same thing as a crackhead. You can't tell them to, keep doing crack just a little bit less. You have to cut off the crack. Now from there, start thinking about what you were chasing inside her. Were you chasing her titties? Were you chasing the status that she came with? Were you chasing her validation? Were you chasing feeling loved? Were you chasing feeling respected? And once you identify some of these, start wondering, why is that missing in yourself? Why is that missing in your life? And that is where you can start fixing. Or on the flip side, you can keep being the clown, you can keep being the joker, and she can keep, kind of parading you along until she gets tired and just throws you away. And you keep doing the same thing for every other woman until you're left with absolutely nothing except a broken heart and failed dreams about maybe one day a woman loving you. 2.